This read is for the sign of Cancer. And this read will be all about how you are viewed, Cancer. First by yourself, and then we'll look at others in your life at this time when this read finds you. Cancer, Cancer, how do you view yourself? How are you viewing yourself at this time? We have the Page of Coins. Someone seeking something of value, learning something new, a novice. Bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Coins in the reverse, coming out of some type of hurt, abandonment, maybe a feeling of insecurity, loss. Right behind that, we have the Knight of Swords in the reverse. The Knight of Swords being there, this almost gives the impression that this feeling of being alone, isolated, and not by choice, unsupported, was something that was very unfair, but something that you are getting away from as you see yourself now as the Page of Coins. So you've come to a point where you at least feel like you have something worthwhile to take measured steps towards, and there's even a level of enthusiasm. How about the one closest to you, Cancer? How does the one closest to you, the one on your mind, how do they view you at this time? This may also be something where you've separated from a person, or just going back to your energy, Cancer, you may have come to a place where you weren't feeling supported by those that you would normally look to in your life. Again, you're coming out of that energy, and you are in a Page of Coins energy in your view of yourself. And the one on your mind, how do they view you at this time? A very specific way. I have the Nine of Coins in the reverse. Another sign had Nine of Coins in the reverse recently. I don't know if it was Libra. With the one on your mind viewing you as the Nine of Coins in reverse, they may see you as having great value, as being an accomplished person, someone who may be questioning or not fully appreciating their place in life, the advantages that they have or that you have. They may be seeing you as someone who has accomplished a lot, but somehow you're not seeing it. Somehow you're not acting on your full potential. And so you may be missing out. And so they see you as not putting in enthusiastic effort. Knight of Wands, following the Four of Cups. So they may be seeing you at this time as someone who is not steadfast and set in the way you apply your efforts. They see you as very capable. All of these cards speak to, well, not all, but these main cards that are coming up here speak to ability that's there. There's not a lack of ability, but there's some instability here. Two of Cups not far behind this reverse Knight of Wands, along with the Four of Cups in the reverse. Cancer, how are you seen by those in your professional sphere? Your boss or your coworkers, maybe clients that you have. We have the Page of Swords. Someone curious, someone learning, clever, someone with something to say. Two of Swords. Maybe a little negative, and maybe not all that expressive, but you have a feel for things. And Eight of Coins is coming up next, so a hard worker, diligent, and knowledgeable. Maybe not so outspoken, but they can see that you have a keen eye. And Cancer, how about those who are not close to you, but that you interact with, maybe on a regular basis? We have the Eight of Wands coming out just a little sideways there. So you're busy, you're active. And what, bottom of the deck, we have that Five of Coins appearing again. So there may be just a little bit of hesitation, lack of confidence, maybe a little bit of, I don't want to say desperation, but a lack of confidence that's apparent to others. And maybe it's just the ones that you have more contact with. You may just not be very expressive in greetings. So that may be the only thing there, but this energy is consistent here. Five of Coins in the reverse. Again, something that you are getting over. Okay, and now we'll look at the energy that is coming up. How will you perceive the energy that is coming up? All right, that's too many, but I'll take the ones that, or the one that came up face up here, and we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So you're going to feel a little tired, wary of battle. After going through a lot of perseverance, you're going to need a break over here, it looks like. And we have the Ace of Coins there, bottom of the deck in the reverse. With the Ace of Coins being here in the reverse, you're not going to be feeling like what you are or have been striving for is worth your while. Four of Swords is right after that. So really a lot of maybe exhaustion even coming up, or that's the way you're going to see it. Let's take a look at a little bit of advice from, this is the Outlaw Oracle. Gonna see what advice we can get on this Nine of Wands in the reverse. It's showing that you're really going to be putting out a lot of effort. Oh, and it's grit, capability, amid instability and crisis. And this is card number 16. So this is really digging down deep and just pushing that extra mile further. Really locking in. And so that's your advice. Turn this Nine of Wands around. You have it in you to keep going. And then it's obviously worth it, since this is something to strive for, where you have the capability. And you know what they say about crisis? Even in crisis, there is opportunity. The other thing to note here on this card, 6 and 1 reduces to the number 7, which is a very spiritual number of seeking out knowledge. So that might be something that will help you in your task of really pushing through the difficulty with this Nine of Wands energy, and seeking out that knowledge that's going to help you push through and know that your efforts are not in vain. Ooh, 5 of Swords. There were 4 of Swords to the 5 of Swords to the 6 of Cups. So you're probably, look for a time to rest, but really put your effort into continuing on with the struggle. Okay, so turn this Nine of Wands around. All the best to you, Cancer.